So we have to talk about you and Octavia. You guys have quite the history. So what was your reaction when she said, yeah, I'm going to do this movie with you?
When Octavia said yes to this movie, it was no surprise to me. We were roommates for 7 years. And let me just say, Ma is very much inside of Octavia Spencer. As broke roommates often do, there's tension and who ate my lean cuisine? No, but seriously though, she's my best friend, and she was frustrated for some time now. As she says, being a woman of color, you often don't get some of the greatest, juiciest roles for various fears, which are just unfounded. And so when I met with Jason and this came up, I just knew this was written for a middle-aged white woman, and I'm like, this is it. And I called Octavia and I said, do you want to be in a horror movie? She goes, do I get killed in the first 5 minutes? I go, you're the killer. She goes, yes. She said, bleep, yes. Actually.
Okay, speaking about how this is a different horror, this is a different type of horror movie. Horror has its connotations, but this to me is so much more intense and frightening. Can you talk about how this puts a spin on horror?
Yeah, it's, the movies that I most associate this with are Misery and Carrie. It's a psychological thriller, really. And everything I do, whether it's funny or not, at the heart is a drama. And there's some pretty heavy themes in Ma. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun and it's a blast and it's creepy, but, we tackle some issues, and you don't always see that in this genre. Sometimes people want to purely escape. Well, I want them to escape and to think.
Well, talking about the themes that you had just mentioned, a lot of them are very, very relatable. Can you talk about the themes that would resonate most with the viewers of this movie?
Yeah, I mean, Ma is a survivor of awful trauma. Some would say rape, and it was just so timely, especially with the movements that are going on. But basically, with kids in school and bullying is increasing, and there's cyberbullying, things that I didn't experience. There was just usually the asshole you avoided at lunch. But, I think it's important for people to see the cause and effect of how you treat people, especially with their developing brains. And again, we just need to all be kind to one another. And it's about being complicit. Juliette Lewis's character was complicit. And a lot of people don't realize a lot of what's going on and the movements that are happening, the victims of those events were surrounded often by hundreds of complicit men and women. And people need to think about that too.
That's a really important theme, absolutely. Speaking back to Octavia and how she really embodied Ma, I mean, did it surprise you knowing her so much when she went off the rails as Sue Ann? Were you like, oh my God, action?
No. Octavia is addicted to watching murder TV. That's how she relaxes. She's had a horrible long shoot. She goes in her room, locks the door, gets in bed, and watches every murder profile show or, forensic files. She loves this stuff. So I think for her to get to act out all this research that she didn't know that she was obtaining. But, again, she's an actress, and nothing she does surprises me. The only thing that did surprise me was at the explosion in the basement at the end, that she was right there, and she was truly scared. But she knew we had to do it.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Tate.
Appreciate it.